Kodu is a Microsoft product that is used to introduce children to gaming and game design. And in this situation we felt that it could have a huge benefit to ourselves here in terms of our problem solving with maths, which again is a skill that the children are going to use maths right up through the rest of their schooling. So these children were asked, given a brief by their infant teacher, who's also the deputy principal in the school, to create a game based on counting and on number, and a specific number. So they could have picked 10 and they'd have to create a game around reaching a score of 10, and we found it to be very good in terms of whetting their appetite and creating a more engaging type lesson for them. And it also had a hugely added benefit of creating something that will last longer than them within the school, because we'll be able to use it with our infants for time immemorial. So here we have the interface. Once we open and install Kodu and install it and open it for the first time, this is what we have. We have the home key, which allows us to load a world. There are a number of existing worlds, or to create a new world. So in this case I'm going to create a new world, and our first screen opens up and we have a little green background. This can be changed in terms of its colour, it can be added to, we can change all sorts of settings, we can increase its surface area, and so on. So I think already people will be seeing how this can be beneficial in terms of maths and so on for the children. Now I want to change, I've created a number of hills there, so I'm going to flatten some of those hills. So a vehicle or our character can travel around in a friendly way on it. So now you can see that I had flattened and now I've added to it. So the next thing would be to, I can add characters to this particular world. So in this particular setting I'm going to add a rover. You can see here there are a number of characters, rocks, pipes, different activities that I can add. So I'm just going to add a character here called Kodu. And I'm going to give him a path to follow. Now he will also move by just prompting of keys, but just for the sake of this example I'll show you how he can move and complete a path. Okay, so now I'm going to change the settings of that path so that I can change it into a track, just as I've done there. Now to get that character to move, and this is where the interaction with the children, where the problem solving skills come to light, the children have to program him to move in a certain way or to carry out a certain set of actions. So if I right click on him, I have to highlight Kodu first, and when I right click on the Kodu, I click on program. Kodu, sorry, is the character. There's a number of characters, rovers, robots, Sputniks, and so on. So in this particular setting, just very simple, I'm going to say when the keyboard arrows are pressed, do move. Click escape. When I click escape again, the game should play, and now when I click on the arrows, character moves around the track. So that in its most basic level is what Kodu is. Here I suppose our children have taken that experience that we have here and taken it to another level.
We were asked to create a racetrack and I was asked to create the ground for it, and this is how I did it. You can change the colour of the ground by selecting a block and choosing it, and you can just click on it, the ground, and it comes up like this.
My part of the race game, I was asked to create the characters, and now that I have my landscape created, I have to click on this button here, and now it'll come up, and over here I click on the Kodu and a Kodu comes up, and you can change its size by dragging it up like that, and you can change its colour by using the arrows. And now what I want to do is program him. So I click this button here and it says program, and now when the keyboard arrows and he moves.
To complete the game, I got asked to program the Kodu to eat the apples. So you just right click on the Kodu, then go to program, and then you go when bump, and then you press add, and you go to objects, and you go apple, do, eat.
I was asked to show my Kodu world. My Kodu is programmed to move with the arrows on the computer, and it's programmed to move on the pad. When I get to score 5, the sky will change a colour. When I bump into a heart, I'll eat it, and when I bump into a heart, I'll get 1 point. When the score is 10, I'll win.
2, 1.
So when you'll be taking it, we're not asking the children to play. We have iPods in the school. We're not asking the children to play on the iPods. Our children are playing in games designed by our children in the school.